over here, look.
Park it. Yeah, okay guys, so this is the Bronco. I don't know if you remember before, it had these crappy Intergy axles on it. Silver ones, chunky looking things. They were just worn out. Got sick of trying to fix them up and keep them rolling with bearings and bits and pieces, so I've thrown these things in. These are the RZXYL axles from Amazon. $12 drive shafts. Don't like these because they don't actually separate, which I sort of didn't realise until you start, you know, wanting to take bits apart and stuff. They don't separate because of that pin there, that pin there in the middle. So they're one piece. You can't just drop the diff off with the second half of the axle or the drive shaft attached. So I've got these cheap links. They're okay. I think the ball ends are pretty average. I don't know how long they're going to last. There's a bit of planing. Probably can't see it on these now, but yeah, the axles seem alright. They've got uni joints in there which I can't focus on, don't know why. They're in there somewhere. There they go, there they are. Yeah, anyway, we've got uni joints in there. These started coming undone, so either keep an eye on them or put some bit of Loctite on them. That bar, the steering bar across here, you can set that up to be sort of up high as I've done. I've set it up so it's angled up high instead of sort of hanging down low. Give you plenty of clearance. Doesn't rub with the steering arm here, so that's all good. And basically I just threw a 1080 ESC in it, and that's about it. It's got the same old crappy receiver, and that's the transmitter. I think that's from the old Axials, the Dingoes or something like that. So I'm waiting on new shocks because these are just crap. They're too stiff. They're a lot bigger than what you first expect. So yeah, I've got new shocks coming. I've got uni joints coming for another car, and also these diffs come with a much bigger hex. I'll show you. Okay guys, that's the hex that you're dealing with these axles. They're far too wide, so what happens is, well, for starters, these don't get a really good grip on them anyway, because the nylon is barely on the end of the shaft. If you look at it like that, the wheels are probably about that thick, so they just get a grip, so they easily wear off. And you can sort of see how much the wheel actually takes up. The wheel actually only takes up about half of that, so it puts a lot more pressure right out on the end, and so I've ended up bending these drive shafts a couple of times, and they're only going to bend so many times before they probably snap off, because where the little pin goes through there, let's just have a look at that. Right, that's where that pin goes through, to sort of lock the hex in place. That's a bit of a weak spot there. So you don't want to be bending these things and then having to sort of bend them back into place. So the idea of a thinner hex is going to take the wheel a little bit closer to the axle, to the bearings, where it's all a bit stronger. And yeah, hopefully you don't bend them as much. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope that sort of helps you with these axles. If you're looking at buying them, they look pretty good. I like the silver ones. I kind of wish I got the silver ones, but because the black ones will scratch up and you see all the scratches. whereas the silver ones, yeah, you're not going to see them as much. But you know, I reckon they look all right. So don't be shy. I'd sort of recommend them, I guess, for about $100. Yeah, if that's what you're after, go for it. I might do a bit of an update on these things in a couple of months and see what's happened, see what I've broke, see what needs replacing. But yeah, I reckon they're all right. Okay guys, as you can see, I've cut the guard out here to give me some more clearance for the bigger wheels. Well, the wheels that I'm running on this thing. I'm thinking I've lifted the front a bit at the moment because of the clearance was pretty poor. If you have a look at the other side, that was a clearance. Just give me a second, I'll position. Yeah, so that was the clearance on this side, and like I'm not even full flex, she's rubbing pretty hard. So I thought I might cut it, you know, like those comp rigs are. I've got to get this body up just a tad, I think at the back as well. Normally that sits down hard at the front there, but there's a little bit of a gap. And what I've done there is I've actually had a bar welded across the back and a couple of screws just slot into there, tighten these up and holds it in place. So yeah, I might, I'll see how it sits anyway afterwards. But so this is the uncut side, and I've sort of already penciled it in and coming down. So I've still got a little bit of the sort of the light setup, so it's still familiar. The front sort of still looks familiar, but yeah, squaring it off a little bit there and then coming down as the other side's been done. This is a pretty heavy rig now. All this metal gear in it. But I'm thinking, yeah, once I get it sort of sitting a bit lower, I think it's going to sort of look all right. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to cut the other side and I'll sort of show you how I'm doing that. Okay, got the Dremel, just a metal grinding disc. I can't actually see the line all that well on the pencil line because of the, sorry about the noise, it's pissing down with rain here. But yeah, I can't see the line all that well. So I'm just, if I tilt it I can kind of see it, so we'll go with that and see how we go. But I just do a bit of a light cut first, sort of get my line. Okay, let's have a look from there. Should be able to just sort of snap most of this off. It's pretty tough stuff, eh? It's still pretty thick. Okay. Tidy that up. So that's basically it. So that's the front. I think the front kind of looks, it's going to look alright. So it kind of still keeps the feature of the front a little bit. Kind of see what it is, and then I might be able to put some globes in there, some little red evil eyes or something. Yeah, so that's it. Let's pop it on the truck. Before I pop it on, I'll just give it a little bit of a file, just so you sort of know what I'm on about. Just a bit of a file like that. And then some sandpaper. You know those sanding pads. Let's see if I've got one laying around. That's your sanding pad, guys. So you can sort of, for a curved area, you can, you know, literally sort of just bend that around. And like that. Whatever I like, whatever works. I'll just do that. Just to take the bags off it. But do for now. Let's chuck it on the truck. Yeah, before I throw it on the truck, just want to show you what I've done here. I don't know if you can notice it, but I've actually put another shock hoop on to hold the mount, to hold the the shock, because up here I just found I couldn't get enough adjustment, like up and down, or down. I wanted it lower. I want it lower in the front, because the back I can get to sit pretty low with these, with those extensions. These little extensions here. I can get more angle on the shock. Whereas at the front, I couldn't get any angle on the shock, just to soften them up a bit, because these things are just cheap and are a bit stiff. So I wanted to soften up the front a little bit by getting them on a bit of an angle. So I've actually just, I'll just move the camera. Yeah, so there it is, folks. I've got the shock hoop at the front, and I basically bolted another one into the chassis. You can see through the other side there, the two bolts holding the other side on, just so I could get a bit more angle on my shocks. So they're a little bit softer because they're on more of an angle. Anyway, we'll go back to the body. Righto. Sits there. The screws on the back there. Alright, so that's her. That's what she's going to look like. But I'm going to lower those shocks down on the front again now, so it'll sort of sit down like that. I'll paint up those cutouts. I've probably gone a little bit big, but I'm getting shorter shocks, so it's going to sit lower. So yeah, I think it looks alright actually. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you're watching. And yeah, I'll get it all hooked up, and it's been pissing down with rain, but I'll take it for a little bit of a run out the back now that the sun's out. I think the sun's out. Let's have a look. Yeah, sun's out at the moment, so kind of. We've got more weather on the way, but yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. As you can see, I definitely need foams. X-ray out just to see how it's going. Good indication of how it's all flexing. It should be a lot softer. I need to learn the drive though. I don't think I've driven this on here actually. This was for the honcho when I first bought it. Oh yeah, well, it's still flexing right up to the guard. Nice, nice. It's definitely a lot softer in the suspension. It's coming. There we go. What do you reckon of the flex there, Aston? Almost rubbing the guard. In fact, it probably is a little bit, but it wouldn't go much further than that, I don't reckon. So there you go, guys. That's a little bit of a run out the back. I'm actually dismantling a bit of the track at the moment because I'm putting up a bit of new fencing up the back, a bit of corrugated iron around it just to tidy it up a little bit. But I reckon the truck looks really good. These are the wheels that are going to stay on it, so I reckon they look really cool. And I'll paint up those bits and pieces. Eventually I'll put some lights in the front maybe, and I want to build a bit of a cage to go over the back just to kind of protect that stuff if I take a tumble. So yeah, like I was saying, I've got this framework here that I can build something off. I've never done it before, so it's going to be a bit slow, so I don't think there'll be a video on that for a while. But no, I'm happy with the way the truck's going now and the way it looks. Wouldn't mind a decent little bar for the front. I don't know whether I can knock something up for that, or I might just buy one of those cheap sort of stinger bars from Amazon or something. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. It's been a fun little project. I think it looks kind of cool. Okay, don't forget to yeah, like and subscribe, please, if you enjoyed the video, and if it was helpful, even better. Thanks, guys.